Welcome to the Mortgage Broker Podcast, tailor-made for Canadian mortgage industry professionals. Proudly presented by a Better Way Mortgage Group, this podcast is your trusted source for insider insights, market updates, and strategies to elevate your career in the ever-evolving world of mortgage brokering. Whether you're a seasoned broker with a Better Way Mortgage Group or an industry enthusiast looking to stay ahead, our episodes are designed to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to excel in the Canadian mortgage space. You know, Food for Families is one of your programs that we talked about, but I know you run various other programs. I believe there's as many as 6 or 7 programs under the CityReach umbrella. Maybe you can walk us through like the main ones and how they connect.
Hungry Kids, like you said, Dean, really easy cause to get behind, regardless of, your political views or your religious views, anything. No kid should be going to school hungry. So that's a really easy one to get behind. There's a lot of wonderful groups doing food rescue, and we've partnered together, collaborated. Now we have what's called the Vancouver Food Recovery Network with other like-minded organizations that are in the food rescue business, because not only are we trying to feed families, but we're also trying to save food from ending up in the landfill. And so we're very proud of the fact that we're able to rescue over 1 million pounds a year of food from just being thrown out, food that's perfectly good and could be feeding people. And so there's a great kind of ROI there with being able to take something that we get for free, and the groups that donate to us are honestly appreciative that we're taking it and then being able to put it out in the community. One metric that we use a lot is 10 to 1. So for every dollar that we get, we're able to feed about $10 worth of food put into the community because we get our food for free. We have so many volunteer groups that come, and we don't have to pay for a lot of staff, and we don't have to pay rent and all that overhead. So we're a very well-run organization, which is why I got involved in it in the first place, is I just saw that my money was going really far. But aside from Food for Families, we really want to support our families in any ways that we can, because poverty is complex and money is money. If you're struggling to feed your families, you're probably struggling to be able to afford school supplies for them and keep a roof over your head and all these other things that kind of come with experiencing poverty. We're getting a lot of refugees these days, but also we're getting a lot of seniors on fixed incomes that are just having a hard time making ends meet with rising inflation. So we're really trying to support all the people that we help in a diverse number of ways. So as you mentioned, we have a lot of different programs. We have an out-of-school care program because we notice there's a lot of families that need help with out-of-school care. The parents work. A lot of them are single parents, and the kids, they're getting into trouble if they don't have somewhere safe to go after school. And so we have an out-of-school care program here at CityReach that we offer to be able to support those kids. And we run spring break camps and summer camps for the kids in the local community. And they're very affordable so that, low income people in the neighborhood, many that are in our food program, can access these out of school care programs that we offer. We also help the homeless, as I mentioned. So we have a hot meal that we run out of CityReach every Sunday. It's open to anyone in the community that just needs a warm place to come. We're kind of a makeshift warming shelter. They can come, get some warm drinks, get a warm meal. A lot of the food is made by volunteers, and it's food that we receive rescued from our Food for Families program. We then cook with it, and we provide a hot meal for anyone in the neighborhood that maybe could just really use a nice warm place to go and a free meal. And we always have pie for them as well, and coffee. And it's just our way of kind of loving on East Van. And we're running that program in the Tri-Cities as well. And probably expanding to Delta in the near future. In addition to the work that we do with the homeless and our out of school care program, we also run a number of events throughout the year. One of my favorites is it's called Boxes of Love. And around the holidays, all the families that are in our food program are invited to come, and we give out toys and Christmas hampers to all of the families. It's just honestly the highlight of my holiday season to be able to give toys to families in need and just see how excited the kids are to receive the toys, for a lot of them, it might be the only toy that they're getting under their tree, but we wrap them all individually with their names on them because we know the ages and genders of the kid. We can make sure that they get a toy that they're going to be really excited about. So we're giving out over 1,000 toys every year to our kids. And we love when our volunteers get to come, and it's so rewarding and gratifying to be able to hand out the toys at Christmas. And we make it a really fun day for the kids. We have Santa Claus there and cookie decorating and lots of fun activities. We had Home Depot come and do a Santa's Workshop craft with them this year. So we were very appreciative of the Home Depot on Grandview bringing a team of volunteers and coming and doing that for us. That was a real hit this year and a new addition. But we've been running that for many, many years, and it just gets bigger and better every year. We do a back to school event too. So we give new backpacks and school supplies to all our kids so that they can go back to school just like all the other kids with new school supplies, new backpacks. As you know, if you have kids, school supplies, backpacks, they're not cheap.
No.
And if you're having a hard time feeding your kids, you probably don't have extra money laying around to buy them new school supplies and backpacks. So again, we're always looking to partner with organizations that might be interested in helping us pay for the backpacks and the school supplies, or corporate teams that want to come volunteer at the event. It's happening on Saturday, August 15th this year. And we run that event at all three of our locations. So we run it in Vancouver, the Tri-Cities, and Surrey. And again, that's just a really great way to kind of love on the community and give back. And education is really important. If you want to lift yourself out of poverty, the out of school care program, the back to school blast event that we do, we really want to invest in giving these kids a chance, right, to get out of poverty, and by investing in their education and making it easy for them to go to school, make sure they're fed, they're getting nutritious food to go to school, they're getting school supplies, all of those things so that they can kind of be set up for success and get through the school year.
Well, not to mention too, like it's incredibly motivating for a child to go back to school with like fresh, school supplies, the backpack, all those things. Like those are obviously core memories for any kid. Like, that's part of the excitement, right? And I mean, I have 3 kids, and they're pumped right up to get those new backpacks and whatnot. You're also giving just an experience and the motivation to really look forward to the school year, which, for a lot, not having the resources to be able to supply that for their families, like that would be incredibly challenging. And I think that's such a cool program. And I'm very much looking forward to participating in that event this year. And along the same lines around school, like you mentioned earlier, you adopted a couple of schools, Britannia, and I think you said Templeton. Like, maybe we can just chat about the Adopt a School program. I know you partnered with 54 schools, I believe, or potentially more. What are those schools telling you their students need? Like, what are the biggest priorities, like outside of food, of course?
Yeah, great question. So we call it our Adopt a School program because really we want to adopt these schools. We want people, and it could be someone like yourself, Dean, it could be a corporation, but we want you to kind of take ownership of that partnership with that local school. And we support that partnership, but we really are there for the schools, whatever they need. CityReach is actually right across the street from a school called Van Tech. A lot of your listeners probably know it well. Some of them maybe even attended. They reached out not that long ago and they said, what, our special needs students, they would love a ping pong table. And I know that's kind of a crazy ask, but is there any way you guys could get us one? And so we reached out to our donors, and sure enough, someone met the need. And the next day we showed up with a brand new ping pong table for them. And they were just so appreciative. So we really do adopt these schools and try and meet their needs wherever we can. I know at the school that my wife and I were supporting, they needed some new sporting equipment, and we just went to Walmart and loaded up our car full of new basketballs and badminton rackets and things for the kids to be able to play with. We do sensory bins, so there's a lot of neurodiverse students that have difficulty focusing in class. And so this is a common request we get from a lot of schools. So now we're doing sensory bins where we'll have things like fidget spinners and different tactile toys and things for the students to be able to focus in class. And so we assemble the bins. We do a bit of a drive where we'll get people to donate money or items toward the bins, and then we'll hand them out to the schools that we're partnered with that are requesting them. Hygiene kits is another huge ask. Actually, right across from me right here, we have big boxes full of period products that we got donated, and we hand those out to schools to make sure that kids have access to period products. And we're always very appreciative of our partnerships and donations that we receive to be able to put out hygiene kits. So we get requests for things like toothbrushes and toothpaste, all of those things, deodorant that kids, especially teenagers, need. And again, if they're coming to school hungry, they're probably not coming to school with deodorant or toothbrushes or hairbrushes and things like that. And so we do drives throughout the school year for items like that. But like I said, we really are just there to meet the needs of the individual schools. We're currently partnered with 54 schools across the Tri-Cities, Surrey, and Vancouver, and we're looking to expand to even more. But in order to do that, we need volunteers that are willing to give an hour of their time to come and pick up the grocery hampers and deliver them to the school, that are willing to help us with the sensory kit drives and the hygiene kit drives and the donations. I always like to say, like, if you don't have time, if you're busy, that's fine. We'll take your money. Or if you don't have money, you're someone like myself that's young and maybe you can't write big checks, that's okay, but maybe you have some time. And so either way, whether you want to volunteer your time, maybe you have a vehicle and you have a bit of time available to you before you pick up your own kids at school that you could volunteer with us, we're very appreciative. Others, I know, are very busy professionals working in the mortgage industry and real estate. Maybe they can't do that, but we're very appreciative of donations, in-kind donations, or just financial donations to be able to buy school supplies and the various requests that we have from our schools. But yes, as you mentioned, Dean, there's no shortage of need in these schools. Sadly, in a lot of these lower income schools, the teachers are glorified social workers these days.
Yeah.
And as much as they want to educate the kids and teach them reading and writing and arithmetic, their main concern is just making sure that kids are coming to school fed, they're hungry so that they can focus, and they have toothbrushes and they have soap and they have deodorant. And that's really sad that that's kind of just the point we're at here in Vancouver and in Canada. But that's the reality, is teachers are really focused on just meeting their students' basic needs, making sure that they're safe, they have a place to sleep, they have food to go home and make a meal for themselves and for their families. So we're really just trying to meet a lot of basic needs right now with the schools that we're partnered with.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like overwhelming, need for things I don't even think of, like the hygiene products. That's definitely hits home. Thank you for tuning in. If you found value in this show, please subscribe to our channel on your preferred platform. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Your support is incredibly appreciated. We also welcome your reviews and feedback, which are crucial in helping us deliver outstanding educational content. Feel free to share your thoughts. A 5-star review would be fantastic if you think we earned it. Now, a message about something that means a great deal to us and to everyone at A Better Way Mortgage Group. CityReach Care Society is our chosen charity partner for 2026. For over 20 years, CityReach has been serving thousands of vulnerable individuals, children, and families across Greater Vancouver. They call themselves the Hope Business. When you see what they do, you'll understand why. Through their Food for Families program, CityReach provides fresh, nutritious groceries to over 4,500 people every single month. They partner with 54 schools across Vancouver, Surrey, and the Tri-Cities to make sure kids have access to food, hygiene supplies, and the support they need to thrive. Every August, their Back to School Blast puts backpacks filled with school supplies into the hands of 1,000 children heading back to the classroom. Here's what makes your support go even further. Every single dollar donated to CityReach translates into $10 worth of food for families in need. You can learn more, donate, or sign up to volunteer at cityreach.org. That's CityReach.org. Once again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.